on?
Hello and welcome back to Nonsense Hammer. I will apologise now for anyone who came here seeing the word new army. There is a new army on the board. It's just that it's also surrounded by the three other armies that you've seen for several months now. So, explanation of what in God's name this is. Potentially the last battle report for Nonsense Hammer in 3rd edition. I have pulled the card that I wrote myself for the little Deadpool of when will it be coming out for 4th edition. And I am under the impression that on 23rd of June we will be told your 2-week pre-order's out, if not earlier, because if anyone noticed, the Leviathan replacement for 40k is now been moved back, or moved forward 2 months. So we could be seeing 4th edition anytime soon. But whilst we're here, we're kind of having like another bye-bye hammer, and we're saying goodbye in a doubles tournament. For those that have never been to a doubles tournament, like ourselves, Warhammer World held one a couple of months ago, I think it was. I found the rules online, and basically I've taken those rules and I've ruined them a little bit to make a doubles tournament for one person. We've both taken 1,000 points of 2 armies in a grand alliance. So Emma's 2 armies are from Order, my 2 armies are from Destruction. They don't have to have been able to ally, but obviously it makes it even more kind of nice if they did. But we've got 1,000 points each. They count as a full 2,000 point army. They will generate 1 command point at the beginning of each round if one of the 2 generals is alive. Unlike the doubles tournament rules, I've decided, as the person who made this madness last minute, that we are going to have the options of, rather than the army can take 1 battle tactic, we're playing a contest of generals game, so either the army as a whole can take 1 universal generals handbook, contest of generals battle tactic, because it doesn't matter what unit does it, or you can risk your biscuit and...
You could what now?
You can risk your biscuit, or risk it for the biscuit. You can go for a faction-specific battle tactic for both 1,000 points. So, for example, as Emma slowly pans down and sees that I'm using Ironjawz and Ogor Mawtribes,
it's time to see.
I could do Avalanche of Flesh with my ogres, which the Ironjawz have no part in because they don't have the trampling charge feature.
There's a lot more Ironjawz than there is ogres. Okay.
But also, weirdly, both 1,000 points. But the Ironjawz could go for Dat's Arturf now, and as long as 2 Ironjawz units are within 6 inches of the centre of the board, I get both my battle tactics and 4 total points on battle tactics. You'll only get 2 points if you go for the universal because you were a coward and didn't go for the fun thing. And that's my stance.
But yes, but you risk it. You risk getting no points.
You risk getting no points because both of your factions failed. Because, as we're all aware, some battle tactics are bloody hard. Sorry, Emma, you've got Fyreslayers.
So if I picked a Fyreslayers one and a Stormcast one, and the Fyreslayers achieved theirs but Stormcast didn't,
You get 2 points.
I can still get 2 points.
Yes. Okay. So we're keeping the Control 1, Control 2, Control more.
Yep.
And then we've also got 2 points for your general battle tactic if you went for the Contest of Generals one, or up to 4 points if you went for your faction ones.
Okay.
So yeah, that's the game. That's what we're doing. Both, as I've mentioned, both your generals will count as being on the board of having a general when you get your command points. In the same way, if you had a war master and a general in one army.
Yep.
So don't worry about losing points. And the only other rule was that the general for each 1,000 points had to take the artifact and the command trait.
Yes.
Because obviously you'd only get your command trait being the general, but the artifact had to be on that person as well.
I need to look mine up because I can't remember what I put for the command trait.
That's fine. Whilst we're here, shall we quickly talk through the armies?
Go on then.
So over here I have 1,000 points of Ironjawz and 1,000 points of Ogor Mawtribes. As I have finally got my Ogor Mawtribes done.
Yeah, you do.
To the most part, don't look at the tyrant. We've got a set of Mournfang Pack, or Motorfang Pack, as I call them.
Yeah, he's got money on my
I've
mind.
kit bashed to make a Mournfang pack into motorbike riders. The reason they've got a massive wedge underneath them is so that they reach the same height as if they were sitting on the Mournfang.
Okay.
We have a Skarl they both have the Iron Fists, so 6s do a mortal back on save rolls. Got a set of Lead Belchers.
Yep.
No fancy conversions. We've got a Bloodpelt Hunter.
He's so tiny.
Sneaky little boy. Over here, we've got the usual boys. We've got 2 sets of Brutes with Boss Chopper, Gore Hacker, and Jagged Gore Hackers.
Okay.
We've got Leggy Pete, the War Chanter.
Oh, no.
This is where this part comes in. For my 1,000 points of each, my Ironjawz are the choppers. So Leggy Pete can give up to 3 Ard Boys and Brutes Violent Fury.
Okay.
And my Ogres are Meat Fist, so we get +1 to Trampling Charge.
Okay.
Come over to Rhino, my infamous footed soldier. He is my general for the Ironjawz and has the Destroyer artifact, which I believe gives him +3 to damage, or turns his damage into 3 on 1 round once per game.
Guess we'll find out.
Which will be nasty if it's ad-free. I can't remember because it's been a while. Blind Pew is his spellcasting savant. Next to him has, I believe I gave him the Great Big Foot of Gork. Again, we're going to have to double check some of these bits because these lists were written last night very quickly. Over here, we've got the 2 boys for the Ogres as heroes. I've got my converted Butcher, who has, I'm using the I am using the Cleaver today. But I've given him both options so he can have either or when I run one. We've got the Tyrant, who is the general for the Ogres. He's got killer reputation, so he has 2 big names. I've given him Death Cheater and Fate Weaver. So he's got +3 to save, rather than a 3-up save rather than a 4-up.
Excellent.
And he has a 6-up ward, or 5-up ward. 5-up ward.
Love it.
Ard Boys, finally painted.
Yay!
You've been looking at them half painted for so long. It's finally
painted. The painting pile has gone down considerably.
And finally, over here, rounding us up, we have a set of paired weaponed Gluttons and some Jagged Gore Hacker Gore Grunters.
Okay.
Bringing me to 1940 as points.
Okay. My grand strategy is sever the head. So who are the heroes I need to murder?
Oh, grand strategies. Because you had to... you've had sever the head for both of them.
Yeah.
Just quickly, sorry, just because I've tried to do it as best I can. Ogres I've done ready for plunder, so have more friendly units in
my
your territory than you at the end of the game.
Okay.
And I've done War for the Ironjawz, which is have my general or battle line in your deployment. So basically, as long as something gets into your deployment more than you, I win.
And yes, who are the heroes I need to kill?
Your heroes are this small retinue here of 3 Ironjawz, these 2 boys over here, and the Bloodpelt Hunter.
Okay, I'll write this down. Gosh, I keep yawning. Sorry. Yes, I will write this down in a minute so I can cross them off my shit list as I kill them.
That's fine. Do you want to go through your list?
I do. So, this is the order side of the table. I'm showing you a shot of dice. Isn't it lovely? Look, there's orange and blue because we are playing Fyreslayers and Stormcast. So we'll start on the right, which is something you've all seen many times, and Steve keeps taking the piss out of me for. We have 2 sets of Annihilators with Meteoric Grand Hammers in the Celestial Realm, ready to come down later. Over here we have 2 sets of Vindictors and Lord Relictor, who can translocate. I don't know why my voice is doing that, but I quite like it. He can translocate things around the board. He also, because he has to have the artifact, he has the Hammer of Might, so he's a bit more smacky than usual, and he's fairly smacky for what he is, which I didn't really realise. Then we've got some Fyreslayers here. Look, we've got, don't tell me because I've got look, if you look at all their cards, I've got little stickers telling me which one is which. These are the Hearthguard Berserkers here, and also here, Hearthguard Berserkers. These ones here are being led by Shoulder Axe, otherwise known as Auric Runefather. These ones here are being led, what did I call him? These ones here are being led by Redhead Small, otherwise known as Auric Rune's son, because it's the baby version of that one. Then here we have Shortbread, named by Steve, Why was he named Shortbread?
Because the little block that they all sit on looks like a little like.
He looks like a little short.
But also
shortbread.
they're all Scottish
They're all
stunties.
Scottish
was
stunties.
the joke.
His real name is the Battlesmith, and he can do some things that we'll find out as the game goes on. Then we've got a set of, these are called Volkite Berserkers.
The boys.
The boys. There's 2 blocks of them. One is here. One is here. Volkite Berserkers. Behind them, I have some Annihilators with shields, and behind that, Lord Imperatant and his loyal Gryph-hound, DCI Bones. So we've gone for a bit of a mixture of, if you see all these cards, we've got a mixture of Order and Scottish, and I don't know what Stormcast are, like home counties.
I feel like they're like Hertfordshire Knights of the Round Table kind of feel.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be shocked if you start to get characters called Pendragon and stuff like that.
Yes, it's the St. Albans crew.
But that'd be stealing from Dark Angels from 40k.
This is the Hitchin Massive.
Just things that Emma hasn't mentioned just because she's not fully aware.
I'm not fully aware. I've got the Fyreslayers book here.
She's got Spirit of Grimnir, so her runes go off on a 5-up.
My runes go off on a 5. I've got runes I have to pick. Look, runes.
And she's got the Axe of Grimnir, so the shoulder axe, as she's affectionately referred to him, or Fuel Grimnir. That's definitely Auric Runefather and not Fuel Grimnir.
He gets to +1 to rend and damage.
Yes. Because of his Axe of Grimnir. The only other thing that you would know is that you are a Vostarg clan.
Yep.
Which means that you get what you get for Vostarg.
So when I charge, my hits and my wounds become 2 and 2.
4.
For what?
For just the Volkite Berserkers. You don't get it on everyone else.
No, just the Volkite Berserkers. That's why the little sticky's on there.
That's fine.
Yeah, it'd be great if it was on everybody, but apparently Warhammer hates women.
Yeah, could you imagine giving the Axe of Grimnir to an Auric Runefather and go, it hits on 2s and 2s, and by the way, it's 4 damage each. By the way, I've also unlocked Lord of the Lodge, so he's added 1 to his attacks.
Yes. Yes, I know. We could have much fun with this.
Oh, I took the box out earlier with the Fyreslayers, and I genuinely had that moment of, my boys are home.
The boys, look, they're back. Have they ever played on this mat?
I can't remember.
I don't think they have. This is mad.
Speaking of boys, by the way, and apologies if this is kind of...
Season 4 of The Boys is coming out shortly.
Okay, that wasn't what I was going for.
No,
but yes,
okay, but
boys.
It just is. You said boys.
That's fine. We've been playing around with some other stuff whilst we wait for 4th edition. So we've started to slowly but surely learn how to play 40k.
40k.
Emma has been learning the custard creams.
Yes.
Otherwise known as Adeptus Custodies.
I'm astoundingly good at it.
So you might see in the future, we've had like toying ideas of, so each 1st of the month we'll be doing Age of Sigmar, and each 15th of the month potentially a 40k video, but we're working out what we want to do with that. So keep an eye out if you have any ideas or things that you'd like to see. I have been building up both World Eaters and Orcs because they were the armies that I started learning the game with, and I thought they were quite cool, but also I'd like to...
You're going to tell me off for that piece of camera work, because I just like randomly floated up and then went, no.
It's fine. I've also been looking into getting Votan because it would be nice to basically mirror. I'm mirroring my 2 armies of Age of Sigmar: Fyreslayers, Votan, Orcs, Aurochs.
Yes, we've actually gone to the effort of buying some 40k terrain here, which needs to be painted. Thanks, Tabletop Tyrant, for this.
Yes.
They don't sponsor us. They give us stuff if we give them money. So.
Yes. But
thanks.
2 burgers, get the second one absolutely free.
Yeah, exactly.
Anyway, so that is that. The only other thing that we have to do then, Emma, you are 1 deployment. Would you like to tell us who's going first?
You are.
Oh. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, so come back in a moment for Destruction Turn 1.
Tell me what you're trying to find. What is it you want to hear? Must be something on your mind, girl. Try to spell it out and make it clear. Put pen to paper, it's a good enough start.
Hello. welcome back to Destruction Turn 1. We have gone over the board, and I forgot how much I enjoy Ironjawz. I'm definitely starting 4th edition with Ironjawz or Fyreslayers. But we basically just went for a spread across the board move forward. We took the tactics of, because I already said that if you take a general tactic, you're a coward, so I immediately regretted my words. I took That's Our Turf Now for the Ironjawz, and I took Winter Take Thee for the ogres because I couldn't do it, but also all the other tactics I couldn't do either. So I was just like, I'll just burn one that I know I can't do. For those that don't know, Winter Take Thee, I needed to kill a hero with their Winter's Bite effect, but I would need to do that at the end of a turn, at the beginning of a hero phase, and I can't do it. Speaking of which, we...
what did you do?
We basically just went for a forward move. Nearly everything ran, kind of. No, these lot ran over here. The ogres, the gluttons, and the jagged gore hackers. The Ard boys just stepped forward to protect Blind Pew. These guys all just stepped forward to kind of start making a death circle in the middle of the table. These two both ran forward to get That's Our Turf Now, because they had to be within 3 inches of the centre of the board. And then finally these guys just did a step forward so that they could do some shoosting, because we shot over here. We took out 2 Volkite Berserkers, and we tried to take out some Annihilators, but didn't happen. Which reminds me, we need to do a battle shock for them in a moment, but we'll do that in your hero phase just to remind ourselves. But 2 Volkites fell, and that has been my turn. For Control 1, Control 2, Control More, and 1 of 2 battle tactics, bringing me to 5-0. Right.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Yes, I'm going to battle shock those.
Yes, in your hero phase, we'll battle shock them, and then we'll do the game.
Yes.
Are you ready for your first turn as a Fyreslayer?
I'm going to try.
You're going to be great. So proud of you.
So proud of you.
Let's go.
Okay.
Say what's always needed to be said. Know your mind and speak your heart. If you don't try now, you'll wind up dead. You think it's bad now, but wait till he's home. He's an angel in public, but thank God when you're alone. Foundations cracked by Tarantino. Another night sleeping alone. Well, is it love or is it just fear that keeps you from fleeing home? You think it's bad now, but there's a light at the end. Well, karma can be caustic as well as your best friend. It's time to flee. You better get out soon. It's time to run. You better get out soon. It's time to flee. Tell me what you're trying to find. What is it you want to hear?
Yo. So that was the Firecast turn.
Nice.
Thank you. Thanks.
Stormslayer.
Yeah, I was like, Stormslayer or Firecast? I like Firecast, but it sounds like a video on demand service.
That you won't get.
You won't go.
Fire Festival reference. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So I also didn't do the cowardly way, and I took a tactic from the Fyreslayers and a tactic from Stormcast. Stormcast 1, secure the battlefield, have a Stormcast unit in each quarter of the battlefield, 6 inches away, was it?
Yes.
6 inches away from all enemies. So we translocated some Vindictors here. We brought some Annihilators down from the Celestial Realms here. Some Vindictors are over in that corner there. And some Annihilators and Imperator are in that quarter there. They basically just didn't move. The Fyreslayer tactic was to have Volkite Berserkers finish the turn within 3 inches of any enemy unit. We did a lot of killing.
You did.
We did a lot of killing. Not so much with shooting, because that was a bit shit. But we did a lot of killing with melee stuff. If you remember, there were 4 lead belchers here. They're not there now.
Nope.
Because these guys killed them.
Yeah.
There's only 8, because 2 died on my first turn. So
like 30-something attacks went into them, yeah.
they like destroyed them. Oh, it actually looks very modern. We've taken him down in damage a bit. He's on 5 and he's a 6.
He's an 8, so he's
He's
got 3 left.
So he's got 3 wounds left. Yes, you killed some of mine, but this unit of Volkite Berserkers ended within 3 inches of an enemy unit. Fine. And then over here, more Volkite Berserkers died, but they also took out a unit of Brutes.
Yes.
To leave them face to face with an enemy unit within 3 inches.
Yeah.
So tactic achieved for Fyreslayers. The Heart Seeker Stopper Berserkers.
Hearthguard.
Hearthguard, I don't know what. Heart Stopper Berserkers?
Heart Seekers sounds like something out of Daughters of Cain. GW, if you're watching this, we copyright from Nonsense Hammer. You owe us money.
Yes, yes. Or we'll do what we do at Tabletop Tyrant. We'll give you money and you give us stuff.
Yes, please.
So there were 5 Hearthguard Berserkers came in here, all died. But you do have to sacrifice some Scots in the pursuit of greatness. So we did. Because I got my tactic.
It's basically Braveheart.
It's Braveheart, it's Braveheart. So at the end of the game, I got 2 points for my Stormcast tactic. At the end of the game, at the end of the turn, 2 points for my Fyreslayer tactic. I took control of this objective, so I got a point for that. This now has, with all the models we have on it, is contested.
It's 7 versus 7.
7 versus 7.
Because you've got 5 for the Butcher, 2 for Rhino, versus your 3 Volkite Berserkers, 2 Half-Guard, and then 2 counts for the Runesen.
So nobody gets a point for that one.
Nope.
And then because you killed all mine, that's very much yours. So the scores, I believe, are 5-5.
Yes.
Yes. We have rolled off for round 2. I got the higher roll, so I've decided I'm going to go first and double turn you. Yeah. So yeah, join us again shortly to see what happens then.
Firecast turn 2.
Firecast turn 2.
Bye.
Bye.
They call me the pilgrim. I've walked the world and seen my share. I follow no prophets. It's a queen of country, I swear. They call me the bandit. For he who dares must win. I put them into conflict, sometimes even before they begin. And it's always a little further we go. And it's always a little more than most. So if you need a hand, just call out my name. Always a little further we go.
Hello. I'm not as good as I thought I was. So I'm no coward. I took a tactic from the Fyreslayers, which was to die an honourable death. a hero has to be slain, but slay some enemy models before he dies. And I took the Stormcast tactic of no challenge too great, in that an enemy hero has to be killed by a Redeemer unit. The Vindictors are Redeemers, and those Vindictors are also Redeemers. However, when it came to... translocated these boys over here, but when it came to charging, they failed to get the 9 they needed to get into him. These were too far away to charge. I rolled it, but it was impossible anyway, and there wasn't a hero close enough anyway. So, we didn't get the Stormcast tactic. Did, however, get the Fyreslayers tactic, because Shoulder Axe was here. The Rune Father was there. And he did 12 points of damage to your little Gore Grunter guys. Took out 2 of them.
Shot them. I'll do that again.
Oh, yeah. Took out 2 of them. But then the ogres piled in and slew him, if that's a word. So he died. He died an honourable death, having killed 2 big-ass pigs beforehand.
Bigger pigs are incoming soon.
I was rolling really badly for charges. They couldn't get 4. They couldn't get 5. They couldn't get 9. So really all the fighting came down to these full kite berserkers here against your Jon Snow guy. These here against Rhino, who is on 6. It's the last 3 to go.
He has 4 to go now because he's killed models, so he's now on 10 wounds because of his strength from victory.
Okay. The upshot is I have taken control of... I had control of that objective already, so there's a point there. I have taken control of this by just having 10 points of models to your 7. So there's a point there. And I got 2 points for getting my Fyreslayers tactic, and then a final point for having more objectives than you. So I scored 5.
Yep. So that's 10 to 5 in Firecast's favour.
Yes.
Back in a moment with Destruction turn 2.
Yes.
So if you need a hand, just call out my name. Always a little further we go. They call me a soldier. I've been known to toe the line through baptisms of fire. I stand fast with these brothers of mine. They call me commander. I lead followers who serve to lead. I offer no compromise. A charitable force is what I breathe. And it's always a little further we go. And it's always a little more than most. But if you need a hand, just call out my name. Always a little further we go. And it's always a little further we go. And it's always much more than most. But if you need a hand, just call out my name. It's always a little further we go.
Go.
Hello, and welcome back to Destruction turn 2. Because I've not come up with a fancy name. My Iron Mawtribe? My Ogre Jaws? No.
Ogre Jaws. Ogre Jaws is quite good,
I'm sticking with Destruction.
Just Destruction.
So, we went for the tactics of Avalanche of Flesh, which is do 10 mortals with trampling charge.
Just filming the board before you talk about it. Yeah.
Time to sneak in, or Time to Get Stuck In, I think is the tactic
I think
name.
that's tactic, yes.
Would basically have a unit with it. I can only take it turn 1 and turn 2, and have have every unit complete the tactic.
Talk amongst yourselves,
If
viewers.
the model picked to be your general and all other models in your army on the battlefield are within 12 inches of the enemy general by the end of the turn. So the general is dead, so potentially I don't get that actually.
The enemy general?
No, sorry, within 12 inches of enemies units.
Oh, right, okay.
So because the general isn't there, I'm going to say that I don't get that tactic.
Shit, okay.
So I only get time for Avalanche, Avalanche Flash, and I got 1, 2 more for the objectives. Basically, I've just done a lot of movement work for nothing. Because I've set it up.
That's rubbish.
They're within 12 inches of him.
I'll let you have it if you want it.
No. I'm not going to cheat. We moved everything in the middle here with Mighty Destroyers, trying to get the War Chanter in. These guys moved over this way and were going to charge the Vindictors, but didn't because it was a long bomb, but also are still within 12. Nothing else is on the board.
No.
He just about kept it because the Runeson managed to survive.
Okay.
Yeah. It was a successful turn.
Very successful. The board is actually quite bare of order now. It's destruction everywhere.
Yes. But also, you know, that's.
I mean, I still have Call for Aid available as
still
well.
got Call for Aid, yeah. But we've rolled off for round 3, and I'm going
You're
to
going
go
first.
Yes, back in a moment for destruction turn 3 and potentially a talk out pretender, depending on how that goes. Yes. Hello, welcome back to Destruction Turn 3, where this fight is going mental. So I agreed to be the first coward, and I went to seize the centre. So as a general battle tactic rather than a faction tactic, I have got just one battle tactic that I have scored, as Tyrant stands at 5 points versus the 2 of the Battlesmith. We tried to just do a bit of cleaning up of the board. So the ogres came over this way and tried to kill some Vindictors, managed to take 3 out.
Let's have a look at the board.
Because of dice on both sides have been awful.
The dice have been terrible this turn.
The Ard boys took out the Imperator, the Relictor. The Tyrant took out the Runeson.
Still got Shortbread the Battlesmith.
Shortbread took out the War Chanter.
Shortbread did take out the War Chanter.
The Bloodpelt Hunter and the Volkites killed one another.
Yep.
One ran away to Battle Shock. And then
That is a very empty objective.
the Great Big Green Hand of Gork sent the Brutes over that way to kill the Imperatant. Looking down at the Annihilators now just over 3 inches away. And the...
They killed the last
the
school
Annihilators over here. Oh, there should have been a thing there.
Okay.
I'm just going to roll it now to make sure.
Do it. I'll let you off.
Basically, it's because they're the one Beastclaw Raider unit that I own, but they should have done Winter's Grasp. So
Are they the motorbikes?
Yes. They should have. I should roll a dice for each enemy unit within 3 inches, and if the roll is equal to the number of the current battle round or less, the units of the D3 mortal wounds. So on a 3 or 1 to 3, no, they wouldn't have taken it. So don't worry.
Okay.
Lovely. So that sorts the board out. We did the chomping bites over here, and didn't get anything, or gulping bites. So that leaves us with 1, 2, 3, and the battle tactic because we seized the centre.
Right.
Putting us on 15 to 10 in Destruction's favour, but we're about to have another response from the fire cast in a moment. It might be a talk out, it might not. You've got your main focus is over here at the moment.
Yeah, no, that's the problem. It's all on one side, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes.
Yes. Back in a moment for Firecast turn 3.
Go. I actually caught that on film because I pressed go a little bit sooner than I anticipated. But it is while I'm counting down, so.
Hello, welcome back to turn 3.
Oh yeah.
I can't remember whose turn 3 it was.
Look how naked the board is. Mine.
It was yours, yes.
It was mine.
That's fine. So we went off for turn 3 of Order, but unfortunately Order then had a problem. Or we both agreed that we needed to talk it out at the end of turn 3. So in turn 3, you went for Conquer.
Yeah.
Which was take this objective off over here.
Yep.
Which you did.
Which I did.
Yes. And you'll see with the
Ignore
massive
what you can see in front of you right now.
Essentially, the Vindictors ran up here and took it off me.
Yep.
The Annihilators basically started to slap
the Annihilators
those guys over there. And the other Annihilators started to move this way as well.
Yeah.
So we had like a small Order contingent over here. The scoring for round 3, and also the Vindictors and that lot died over here to the Ogor Mawtribes Gluttons. The end of that turn, you scored 3 points for controlling 1 point and getting Conquer.
Yep.
Then we rolled off and you took first turn.
Yes.
For round 4 and chose Seize the Centre.
Yes.
You ran your Vindictors in to try take out my my Butcher.
But they failed.
But you failed. But survived with 2 people, 3 people left. You also had the Annihilators basically just moving in this way to kind of surround that objective. But that led you with 1 point on Seize the Centre because you controlled that objective but didn't get your tactic. I then essentially ran forwards with the I translocated, or Great Big Green Hand Gorked the Ardboys over this way.
It's a verb now.
I ran him up that way to get my one of my battle tactics if I could, my grand strategy if I could. Realised he wouldn't have counted anyway because he's in the Orcs side,
yes.
so it had to be my general or battle line for him, so he doesn't count.
No, it doesn't.
However, over here,
yes, that counts.
The two ogre heroes decide to slap the Vindictors.
Yep, they did.
And then the Ardboys slapped another Annihilator down, so there was one Annihilator left. We took the tactic of Conquer as well. So we got 5 points for controlling all three, and taking our objective, because we took this objective back with the number of bodies left. I believe I lost 3 to the first one, and then I lost another 2 in this round 5, where you essentially went for broken rank, try kill that unit, but only managed to kill 2 of them, meaning you scored no points on that turn. And then we talked and agreed that because of the charge damage and movement and all the attacks that would move into the one Annihilator who was left.
They would die. The 2 that were left would die.
It would be tabling at that point, giving me an extra 5 points, which would make the game 25 points in Destruction's favour and 14 in Order's favour.
Woo, yay.
Ugh.
That was so long. We've been playing for about 4 hours. Nearly? 3.5, something like that.
We started about 12:30, so and then there's been breaks in the middle of it.
It's now 4 o'clock.
So it's been 3.5 hours, which is a normal kind of size game.
It felt so long.
The problem is because you didn't know your thing there, and then there was also that thing of, like I was saying,
we've done a lot of talking and thinking while playing.
There was a lot of that turn where I tried to strategically place everything for time to get stuck in, and then realised I failed it.
And then we just talked out the last 2 turns, really.
It'd be 28 points because of the fact that
you're in the thing.
And I get my grand strategy as well, but it doesn't really matter. So it is a Destruction win for the end of the game.
And possibly for the end of
3rd edition. Destruction where they should be.
Yes.
Winners.
Yes.
It has been a lot of fun, this game, though, even though it's been quite long. It's been so much fun.
It has been very enjoyable.
Ironjawz again. I didn't even call the war.
It was fun playing Fyreslayers. I quite like them. I will probably play those on a video at some point in the future.
Yeah, if you guys
look at the wee orange stunties.
If you've been following the faction focuses, I was sad when I saw the Ogre one. And I was like, okay, cool. It feels like they've been dampened. But the moment I saw Fyreslayers, I was like, I can't wait to play them in 4th edition.
Yeah.
I'm waiting to find out what's happening with the Ironjawz, because they're definitely being split out of our war clans into Ironjawz specific. And it's obvious when you look at the spearhead for Oryx is currently just Cruel Boys. Yeah. So they have to be splitting out. And it means we're going to be getting an Ironjawz spearhead. Woo! But also the hilariousness that his vomit spell is now a ranged attack.
Stupid thing.
I love that. I can't wait for the silliness that's going to be there. So yes, hopefully, if all goes to plan, the next video you'll see will be the 1st of August. We don't currently know what that's going to be. It could be 4th edition. It could be a 40k video whilst we learn 4th edition, because it's only just gone out and we've made models.
Who knows?
Our plans, just so you're aware, apologies to give you a load of stuff.
Yeah,
our plans is to buy Scaventide once it comes out.
Yep.
So we will have the Stormcast and Skaven stuff.
Thing.
But we will definitely have the rules of General's Handbook, and we'll have the Spearhead rules. So please let us know in the comments below, or let us know on our Twitter or X, what you want to see. Do you want to see Spearhead stuff? Are you interested in seeing because with the Scaventide we'd have the General's Handbook. Do you want to see match play, like the moment it's available? We're obviously going to be playing Stormcast versus Skaven for the first video, because it'd be silly not to. But also the fact that we own 4 different armies now with Ogres, Fyreslayers, Stormcast, potentially 5 with Cruel Boys and Ironjawz.
What I want to do personally is, if I want to play another army that isn't my usual, I want to give myself more time to look over it.
Yeah. I think for video purposes, you play Stormcast.
Yeah.
For video purposes, I'll probably play Fyreslayers or Skaven or whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever I learn 4th edition with.
Yep.
But also, I think, let us know of things you want to see. I know you're looking into Sylvaneth as a new army.
Yep.
I'm starting to collect the next 1,000 points, which will be building up our Seraphon, but we're playing into the more coalesced, not the Starborn, so it's going to be more melee focused combat. So it might be worth getting a different army just to focus on that. 40k, as we've already said, Custodes versus potentially World Eaters or Orcs, or Votan if I get my way. So yeah, we've got a plethora of options. Please do let us know in the comments below what you think and what you'd like to see. Please be fair and kind. I'm happy to take constructive feedback. Just don't be a dick with it.
Excellent.
Which is a rule for life. But anyway, I don't think there's anything else.
I don't think there's anything else.
I think we should go get you some dinner.
Yeah, you've been talking for 7 minutes.
Let's wrap up here.
Yes.
Thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much for playing.
Thank you very much for playing. Should we
good
zoom
game,
in on
as
our
always.
handshake?
Okay.
Our handshake.
Okay. Stop that.
Oh, you didn't do the thing.
That's for later.
That's it. Why are you making it weird?
Anyway, thank you very much for watching, and apparently it has been 0 days since your last nonsense. Bye for now.
Bye.